The INFJ personality type is the third rarest type for women on the Myers-Briggs list. This type stands for Introversion, I, Intuition, N, Feeling, F, and Judging, J, and it's this unique combination of traits that makes them so rare. While this personality has many unique gifts such as a powerful sense of intuition, deep empathy, and strong motivation, their uniqueness can also cause them to struggle at making friends. Today on Charisma, we're going to be looking at the 7 reasons why INFJ women have no friends. Number 1. They cut people out. While some personality types have friend groups that just seem to get bigger and bigger with time, this does not describe the INFJ, and the INFJ woman in particular. In fact, INFJ women regularly weed out their friend group by cutting people out of their lives that they feel no longer serve them. While this sounds harsh, it's not necessarily the INFJ woman's intention to be so. There are 2 reasons the INFJ woman does this. The first is that INFJ women outgrow friends because they move through life stages quicker than the average person. The second reason that INFJ women discard friends is because of their devotion to self-improvement. If you've ever seen an INFJ's bookcase, it's probably stacked with self-help and self-improvement books. And while their commitment to growth is a great thing, their trajectory doesn't necessarily align with those of their friends. Because they may be growing and improving themselves at a faster rate than those around them, they often find that they are maturing past their friends, and that they no longer identify with them. This means that they feel the need to cut those friends out of their life. Number 2. They value time alone. As we mentioned earlier, INFJ women are introverts, which means that they need time by themselves to recharge. On a Saturday night, you're more likely to find this personality type home alone doing something they enjoy than out at a party socializing with others. While spending time alone allows the INFJ woman to build a strong, sturdy relationship with herself, her other friendships often fall to the wayside. By avoiding social gatherings, INFJ women miss out on opportunities to nurture not only their existing friendships, but to build new ones as well. And even when INFJ women do find themselves at social events, they are often uncomfortable. This is mostly because they despise small talk, gossip, and discussion surrounding what they deem to be trivial topics of conversation. Their dislike of these things means that they can be quick to shut down a conversation or leave it altogether. Thus, even when they are around other people, INFJ women may have a hard time connecting with others. Number 3. They're independent. Another way that contributes to INFJ women having no friends is their independence. Freedom, autonomy, and self-reliance are the ultimate goals for many INFJs. They desire being able to provide for oneself as well as help others. In order to achieve these goals, many INFJ women are drawn to starting businesses and working as freelancers. However, their independence and drive to achieve their goals doesn't come without sacrifices. For example, because this type is so focused on their goals, they tend to choose working on these goals over socializing pretty much every time. Additionally, this level of independence can have some downsides, with one downside being that it can lead to hyper-independence where INFJs don't rely on their friends despite needing them sometimes. When you look at these facts, you'll begin to understand why INFJ women have little or no friends. Number 4. They are closed off. Studies show that women, even more than men, rely on talking as a form of bonding and building social connections. By talking, women build strong emotional ties and lay the foundation for a long-lasting friendship. Because of this, talking is one of the core components that allows women to maintain their friendships. While INFJ women enjoy a good conversation from time to time, they tend to be more closed off than the average person and can be notoriously difficult to get to know. They value their privacy and their independence to such a huge degree that they often keep the innermost parts of themselves hidden, even to those they've known their entire lives, like family members or lifelong friends. Additionally, while INFJ women are great at understanding the emotions of others, the same does not hold true when it comes to their own emotions. They actually can have a hard time processing and understanding their own emotions, so tend to not share their feelings with others. The result of all this is that by closing themselves off, INFJ women have a harder time making friends. This is especially the case with female friends, because INFJ women may lack the ability to bond with other women through talking and opening up. While a friend might, for instance, lean on an INFJ woman when they're going through a breakup or a hard time at work, there often isn't much reciprocation involved. This can make friends of an INFJ woman feel like they're in a one-sided relationship, and the relationship suffers as a result. Number 5. They have high standards. INFJ women are perfectionists and like to have everything done according to a preconceived plan. This is primarily due to their third dimension, the judging dimension. The fact that INFJ women have a judging instead of a perceiving dimension means that their external world needs to have order. This makes them highly organized and big on planning, but it also means that they have high standards. These high standards often extend to their friendships. An INFJ woman likely has an idea of what the perfect friendship should look like and then only seeks out friends who check every box. For instance, she might want a friend who enjoys the hobby she does and has similar interests, but who also challenges her in new and interesting ways. When the INFJ woman is seeking out new friendships, she'll evaluate them in terms of the pre-existing conditions she has laid out for the friendship, even if she does it unconsciously. While this can seem quite harsh, the reason the INFJ woman is so particular about friendships is because of her introverted nature. As an introvert, she gets more energy from being alone than she does from being with others. And because of this, she's very picky about who she does decide to spend time with. Said simply, the friendship has to be worth it for her. Number 6. They have unconventional opinions. INFJ women usually don't fit into what others consider the norm. As we just saw when it comes to their honesty, for instance, they aren't afraid to go against the status quo if it means speaking their mind. Their willingness to go against the status quo extends beyond honesty, though. One of the key ways in which INFJ women appear unconventional is their preferred topics of conversation. Because they have a strong desire to improve the world around them, INFJs often gravitate towards deep subject matter. A great conversation for an INFJ woman might be discussing the meaning of life or one's greater purpose. To the average person, though, these types of conversation can sometimes feel too heavy. An INFJ woman might discover that her friends are constantly asking her to lighten up or to stop thinking so much about things and just enjoy the present moment. These things are much easier said than done for an INFJ woman, and as a result, she often feels different or isolated from those around her. And because she relies on deep conversation as a form of bonding and connecting with others, if she's unable to find people who think similarly to her, she has a hard time making friends. Number 7. They are brutally honest. If you've watched our other videos on INFJs, you know that we talk about one of this personality type's core traits being their honesty. INFJ women don't see the point in mincing words or sugarcoating. They value honesty, almost to a fault, as sometimes they can hurt others with how honest they are. However, an INFJ woman would rather speak her mind and hurt someone with the truth than lie to their face. Of course, if an INFJ woman has a friend who doesn't value brutal honesty to the same extent, their relationship can suffer or even completely fall apart. For instance, if an INFJ woman doesn't like the guy one of her friends is dating and thinks they are totally wrong together, she wouldn't be afraid to say this. But to her friend, this honesty can seem incredibly harsh and even cruel. The irony is that INFJ women are so honest because they actually have a genuine desire to improve conditions for those around them, and they believe that their honesty is a mechanism to help do this. Other types, however, typically don't see eye to eye and believe that more things are best left unsaid. Unfortunately, this can lead to conflict in the INFJ woman's friendships, causing them to crumble. Are there things you feel only INFJs understand? Watch this video and let us know how we did.